In the heart of Africa, where the Niger River snakes through dense forests and open savannas, a nation was stitched together from fragments not meant to hold. Nigeria, a mosaic of ancient kingdoms, powerful empires, and fierce tribal pride thrust into unity by colonial ambition to earn. The British called it amalgamation. In 1914, they bound together the northern and southern protectorates, blending over 250 ethnic groups under one flag. Tafawa Balewa raised the new green and white flag high. The world applauded, but the fractures remained. Behind smiling diplomats, rivalry brewed. Unity was a facade. Power was the prize. In 1962, the Western region fractured into violence, factional fighting in parliament, riots in the streets, electoral manipulation. The Federation was fraying. Then came the first blow. January 15, 1966. A group of young Igbo military officers launched Nigeria's first coup. In the dead of night, they moved with silent precision. Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa was abducted and later found dead in a shallow grave. Amadou Bello shot in his palace. Samuel Akintola, the Western Region Premier, gunned down in Ibadan. Only one major northern figure survived, the army chief, General Yakubu Gowon. July 29, 1966. Northern soldiers struck back. A counter-coup. Blood bathed the barracks. Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon, barely 32, emerged as the new head of state. But the military was fractured. The East, led by the charismatic and articulate Colonel Chukwumeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, refused to recognize Gowon's leadership. The Easterners felt targeted, betrayed, and the bloodshed had only begun. In the streets of Kano, Zaria, Kaduna, mobs took vengeance. September 1966. The massacres. Igbo civilians were hunted, slaughtered, dragged into the streets. Railway stations became morgues. Bodies littered roads. Over 30,000 Igbos killed. Hundreds of thousands fled back east. The country was breaking. Dread lurked. Families were torn. Soldiers chose sides. Fathers kissed their children goodbye. Markets exploded in flame. Homes collapsed. Civilians scattered. Entire families incinerated in seconds. Hospitals overflowed. The skies wept fire. As the front lines bled, a darker tragedy unfolded behind them. A blockade. Nigeria sealed Biafra's borders. Food, medicine, fuel, all choked off. Crops failed under scorched earth. Mothers watched their children shrink, limbs like sticks, eyes sunken. Kwashiorkor became a sentence. Death by starvation, not bullets. The world watched in horror. Foreign journalists slipped into Biafra, smuggling out images that shook the globe. Emaciated children, stomachs swollen, ribs like prison bars. Red Cross planes dropped aid. Caritas, Médecins Sans Frontières rushed to help. But it was never enough. Propaganda war flared. Nigeria called Biafra rebels. Biafra cried genocide. Radio. Biafra broadcast speeches of defiance, rallying hope. Nigeria's media showed unity restored. International players joined the shadows. On January 9, 1970, under the cover of night, Ojukwu boarded a plane to Ivory Coast. he left power in the hands of his deputy, General Philip Effiong. 4 days later, Effiong surrendered to Gowon. The war was over, but what ended in silence began with screams. Over 3 million lives lost, most to starvation, villages leveled, cities razed, families erased, survivors crawled from the ruins with haunted eyes. In Lagos, Gowon declared a policy of no victor, no vanquished, reconciliation, reconstruction, but the scars remained. In Biafran hearts, a nation had lived and died. The questions lingered in the silence. Was this unity or conquest? Could trust return, or had it died in the trenches? What is a nation if its people are strangers, and in the dust, the rising sunset?